Hey everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm so excited because I have next to me a full bag full of new drugstore makeup that I am so excited to try out. Not necessarily a complete full face, but for the most part it is. So if you want to go ahead and see the products I got, the look that I'm going to create, and my thoughts on the products, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, so just excuse my hair. It's just a hot mess. I need to wash it. It's all over the place. I just thought I'd put it up in like somewhat of a ponytail, make it look nice, but it is what it is. It's not great. It's not going to be. So we're just gonna ignore the rat's nest on my head. I'll just pull this back like that, and I guess that looks better. I don't know. I'm over my hair today. I'm so over it. It is what it is. So starting off, I don't have a primer, so I'm just gonna go ahead and prime with something that I already have, and that is the Hard Candy. This is the hydrating primer. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Milk Makeup primer, which I actually find that it is. It's really nice. So I have used this before, so it's not really a first impression, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply this onto my face here. Give myself a nice sticky base. And it feels really cooling too. I really like this. If you don't have the money for the Milk Makeup, definitely get this. It'll feel the same. I feel like Milk Makeup is just a tiny bit stickier than this, but if you're looking for a dupe, that's my recommendation for a dupe. Absolutely. All right, so I could not stand my hair anymore, so I just threw it up in a messy bun here. All right, so for the first product I have the new e.l.f. Camo CC Creams. I am so excited about these. These are a color correcting full coverage natural finish CC cream. That's got collagen, peptides, niacinamide, broad spectrum, 30 for sunscreen. And I did pick up 2 shades because I have no idea what my shade is, and just some of the people that I saw that already got this and tried it out were saying that like the light shades were still too dark for them. So I was like, well, I went ahead and picked up light 210. This is neutral with beige undertones, and this one is light 240 with warm golden undertones. I have no idea which one is going to be closest to me, and I'm normally light in the light range. I'm never in the fair, but I feel like if these are too dark, I'm gonna have to go down to the fair for these, which kind of is a bummer because I feel like the shade should be more like, the shade should be like a true shade range. Like if you are a light in every other foundation, but this one you have to go to fair, I don't know. In my opinion, I just feel like they should have been a little bit better with their shade range and with the actual color that they're coming up with, because if the fair is for light skin, then what do the fair people use? Is it just going to be too dark for them and they just can't use this product? That's not fair. So let me pull these out. And I've never tried the It CC cream, and I know it's pricey, so I'm hoping if these work out, then you know this is a cheaper alternative. These did only cost $14. So I do like that it has a pump on it as well. Let's figure out what shade I am. This is light 210N. So I'm just gonna pop this on my hand. Any day now would be fantastic. Okay, there we go. So that is light 210. So I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand here, and I'm just gonna swatch it right there. Let me bring it down my neck a little bit. I mean, it does seem a little dark, and that was 210. So 240, I don't have much hope on. Okay, that is 240. I don't know, maybe this one will end up working. Let me put them side by side. I honestly feel like 240 might be the better match for me. I guess we're going in with 240. All right, so I'm just gonna pump this directly on my sponge, my freshly new sponge. Uh-oh. And I'm just gonna start dabbing this on the face, and I'm hoping it covers up my blemishes. That is so yellow. Oh God. Maybe this was the wrong shade. I don't know. I hate shade matching. I'm not good at it. When I worked at Ulta, I did not have the job of shade matching, which was so good because some people would be buying the wrong shade. Oh, this looks terrible. Let's bring that down the neck. I mean, look at this coverage though. That is full coverage. And on what I put, I think I did 2 pumps on the sponge, and it's like dragging all the way over here, which is nice. It spreads easily. I can work with it. I just need to get my right freaking shade. It's definitely blending seamlessly. It's just not my shade. I'm hoping I can lighten this up with some concealer or something. Okay, I'm gonna go in with just one more pump, and I'm gonna start it on the forehead and then bring it to this area over here that I still haven't gotten. Y'all, my face looks like I'm sick. It legit looks like I am sick. But I mean, the good thing is it covers so much. Like, yes, I have bumps on my face, so obviously that's not gonna be flattened up against my skin, but I mean, the coverage is phenomenal. Like, everything is just even toned except for my eyes, of course, but everything is even and blended so nicely. If I can just get the right shade in this, this would be perfect. Next product up I have to try is the new Wet n Wild Mega Last Incognito Jesus, what is this? A concealer. The concealers. And I did get 2 shades. I got light beige and light honey. They both look really light, so I think either one of these will work. But let's go ahead and swatch them both here. All right, 3 hours later, and I finally got the packaging off of these. These do retail for $3.98. So this is light beige, and it's got an applicator like that. It's flat. So I'm gonna put these on the back of my hand. So that is what light beige looks like. It definitely will lighten up this look. I think any concealer at this point will lighten up this look. And this one is light honey. I mean, those are pretty similar, but I think I'm going to go in with this one because this one has just too much of a yellow tint to it, and I want to tone down how yellow this look is. All right, and I just like to put a little bit under my eye. I never like to go too much because I naturally crease under my eyes. Like, nothing I do ever will change that. There's no like magical concealer that takes natural creases away, and I don't like to emphasize that with concealer. It definitely has a fresh florally scent to it. I mean, depending on who's smelling this, they might call it like a chemical scent. I don't think of it as a chemical scent. To me, it honestly smells like the inside of Ulta, if I had to put like a name to it. And just from working there, like, I know what that smell is. All right, let's blend this out. Make sure everything lightens up. It's definitely blending out pretty well from what I can see. All right, so this is with the concealer on. Obviously I crease, so we can just say that that doesn't really do anything to my creasing. It's not caking up. It looks really nice laid down over the CC cream. Do I think it's full coverage? No, I think it's more of a medium. So it being full coverage, I mean, if you put a lot of concealer on, yeah, probably full coverage, but I feel like it's more so of a medium because I can see like tiny bits of like my black circles right here, but it did tone them down a little bit. So, I mean, for $3.98 for concealer, I mean, really, what are you gonna get? Sometimes they can be mind-blowing, amazing products, but I just think this is just a regular medium coverage concealer, nothing out of this world. So this product is not a new product, but it is a product I love, and I had to like repurchase it to since I was out of my other one. This is the e.l.f. matte setting powder in the shade Light. The best matte setting powder I have ever tried. If you want to make sure you are matte and you are not going nowhere, this is the powder for you. So I am going to just apply this in my T-zone here. And this is pretty affordable. I don't remember how much exactly it was. Probably like $5 to $7, really not bad at all. And you do get a nice amount of product in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes and my T-zone, and I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and put the powder on, and just look how mattifying like this area is. So matte. I love that powder. Highly recommend it if you have oily skin, or if you're just a girl who likes to be matte. I mean, if you're dry, I wouldn't recommend it too much just because you don't want to make everything look cakey. But for me, who I have oily skin, it actually looks pretty nice. Moving into the rest of the face products, I do have one palette for the face, and I picked up the Physicians Formula All-Star Face Palette. I am so excited about this product. I love Physicians Formula's face products. Every time they come out with one, I always pick it up because this retails for $14.99 and you're getting 6 items in here, whereas whenever you buy them individually, they're anywhere from $10 to $15 alone. So you're saving. It's almost like a buy one get 5 free. I mean, and just look how beautiful this is. And this comes with their new Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer formula, and is this the new one too? The Maru Butter Bronzer and the Matte Manoy Butter Bronzer. And these highlighters look so gorgeous. And we do get a face powder, which I can use to powder up this area. And then we do get this blush as well. So I am going to take my fluffy brush and go into the powder right here. It's a multicolor powder. And I'm just gonna powder up this area, not the T-zone, just to set all of this in place. I do like having everything in one palette because it's such a good way of traveling. I mean, you don't have to bring set individuals of everything. You got this all right here. And I mean, setting it down, it looks pretty good. Everything is looking pretty good. Oh, it smells so good. All right, so I'm gonna go into this shade here on my fluffy brush, and we are going to bronze the face. Absolutely gorgeous. I feel like it makes my skin look so nice. So now diving into the blush, we are going to go into this blush here, and it says Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush. Mood boosting. That better put me in a good mood. It definitely has a glow. I don't really like glowy blushes all that much. It's nice for a quick moment, like on the go, in my opinion, if you're wanting something that has all in one. That way you don't have to worry about, you know, going in with a highlighter afterwards. But for me personally, when I have the time and I'm doing my makeup, putting a blush on, I don't want it to necessarily have a glow to it. It's not bad. I think the shade is pretty, and it's definitely buildable because it is a light color. I'm just not a huge fan of having glow in my bronzer or in my blush. And I also have been in a phase of putting blush on my nose, which I think this is just gonna honestly highlight my nose, not really blush it up the way I want to. Oh, there we go, a little bit. Putting blush on my nose, but I just think it looks so cute. All right, and so now for the highlighters, I got that one dirty already. Ugh. We have Glow Pearl, and then we also have Gold Petal. I am gonna go in with this shade. It just looks a little lighter for me, but they are very, very beautiful. And I really do like Physicians Formula's highlighters. Also, the cool thing about these palettes is most of the time they're limited edition. So we actually get 1, 2, 3, 4 limited edition shades in here, and 2 of them are not. So 4 out of 6 are limited edition. So I'm just gonna take my highlighting brush and go in to the Glow Pearls, and we're just gonna pop that. Oh my God. Whoa. I love a glowy highlighter, but that is intense. Look at how pretty that is. Gorgeous. All in all, so far, I am really liking my makeup, except for the concealer. I mean, it's not bad, but it's just not, I'm not wowed. I can still see some of the darkness popping through. It wasn't anything special. Other than that, though, everything else so far is doing fantastic. Moving right along to brows, I picked up the Wet n Wild Brow Sessive Brow Pencil with a spoolie. I'm not a huge fan of brow pencils, but I didn't have a new one. I just didn't see anything else that I really wanted to try, so I figured I'd give this a shot. You never know, you could fall in love with it. So let me pop this open here. I did get the shade Medium Brown, so I hope that should be fine. So this is what it looks like. We have the pencil right here. Oh God, already breaking things. And a spoolie on this side. So let's go ahead and do the brows here. I am not the best at brows. Mine never turn out the way I want them to, but we're just gonna fill them in here. I personally like to line the bottom first and then start to fill them in. All right, so I finished the brows using this, and I went ahead and popped on my eye base. I don't think the brow pencil was bad. I mean, it sucks because you do have to sharpen it. And I'm not the greatest pencil sharpener at all. Regular pencils, these types of pencils, I am just not good at that. So we'll see how that goes, but I think it applied pretty well. I think my brows look pretty good. I'm not the best at doing brows. Obviously, you could tell this one looks good. This one looks a little wonky. They are sisters, not twins. It is what it is. We're all human. Moving on to the next products I have, I did pick up the new e.l.f. Mint Melt collection. I only picked up the eyeshadows. I picked up the eyeshadow brushes because the color, like the mint color, is just so pretty. These are gorgeous. And then I did also pick up the Mint Melt cleansing cloth, just because, I mean, you can never have too many cleansing cloths, but I mean, the colors are just absolutely beautiful. I wish I could have picked up like the cooling primer and that kind of stuff, but it is vanilla mint scented. There is mint actually in the skincare products they came out with, and there is mint in the primer as well. I am allergic to mint, so I can't do that. So that kind of sucks. But I was able to, of course, get the palettes to try out and the brushes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop these brushes open so we can feel them. I think e.l.f. makes pretty good brushes, so I'm hoping these follow suit. I do like how they feel. They feel very luxurious, and that color is so pretty. I love that color. They do feel nice and soft. So we do get like this fluffy brush. We get like a packing brush, like two kind of packing brushes. This one's a little bit more round, almost like a pencil brush, and this one's a flat packing brush. So I will definitely be utilizing these with our look today. Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do some swatches with you on these little palettes. So this one is the Mint to Be palette. I love these little bite-sized palettes. I think they're so good for travel, and the formula is actually pretty decent. I actually did just get rid of all of my other ones. I bought every single one when they first came out with them. I know that I have bigger palettes with those same shades and multiple shades, and I was just trying to be, you know, more, I don't know what the right word would be to use. I wanted to like not have so much. So I did go ahead and pass those along, but I am excited for these because I know I don't necessarily have these shades in other palettes. So this is the Mint to Be, so pretty. I do feel like I could create a look with just this palette, but it is nice to have the other one to mix if I need to. And this one is called Chocolate Mint. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's swatch these. The metallics do feel really nice. The mattes feel a little more on the chalky side, but I have felt worse. And those are the swatches of the chocolate one. Really, really pretty. All right, so I think what I'm gonna do is play with the Mint to Be palette. I really wanna create a beautiful mint look, so I pulled you guys closer so we can get a little bit in there. I'm gonna go in with the light shade first, and I'm gonna take the fluffy brush out of the trio, pack this on as much as I can, because I know this is a light shade, so I know we're gonna have to definitely do some blending, and we're gonna put this all in the crease and just blend this out. And with these shades being so light, just because it doesn't pop up automatically doesn't mean it's pigmented. It just means that it needs a little buildup. So we're just gonna build this up to the tone that we want. And I want it to be as minty as I can get it. See, look how pretty that looks. If you just, you know, work with it, blend it, and keep on going. And if it is a lighter shade, don't tap off the excess. Just go right in and start blending. If you're worried about fallout, if it's a palette that has a lot of fallout with it, like this doesn't have much, which is nice, then just make sure to put a loose powder underneath your eyes to catch all that fallout. But if it is a light shade like this, don't even tap off the excess of the brush. Again, just takes time. It honestly didn't take that long to get up to this color at all. It was pretty quick, but it is very beautiful, very minty. So now what I'm gonna do is take this small brush. We're gonna go into the green shade here, and I'm going to just further put this in my crease and on the outer corner. And I think I'm gonna end up cutting my crease. It's not something I do very often, but I think I'm gonna end up doing that and try to make this look very flashy. I'm going to take the flat brush and use that to pack on the color in the outer corner. All right, this is how it's looking so far. Looking very pretty, I might add. I am gonna take my flat brush and go underneath with that dark blue and then buff out with the mintier shade. And then we're gonna come back for the base. All right, so now that I have the P. Louise base on after cutting the crease, I did just a half crease. I'm gonna go into the green shade here. I cleaned off my flat brush and I'm just gonna pick that up and put that all in the base area. And let's see if this works or not. I'm gonna have to wet my brush. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to wet this, so let me spray this really quick. Okay, even with this being wet, it's not working, so fingers it is. All right, so that is such a beautiful metallic shade, but I will say you need to use your finger if you're going to apply it. It's the best way for it to work. It didn't work with a brush, dry or wet, so you really want to make sure you're using your finger for that. I am going to take this shade here and I'm going to pop this right in my inner corner. All right, so this is the finished eye look. It looks so beautiful, so icy and mint. I really do like it. I think the matte shades blended nicely. The darker shade isn't as dark on the lid, but I did like the metallics. Again, use your finger for that. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on liner, and then I have a mascara to try out for you guys. All right, guys, so I popped on my liner and my waterline eyeliner as well. And the next product I have to try is a mascara. This is the Wet n Wild Big Papa Mascara. I am so excited to try this out. I'm hoping that it's voluminous. I love voluminous mascaras. And I think the packaging is super cute. A lot of people are saying that they think that this is for Notorious B.I.G. I don't know how true that is. I didn't look it up. And this did retail for lipstick $4.98, so less than $5. Packaging is so cute. It is pretty bulky, and this is what the wand looks like. So definitely the type of wand that you would get for voluminous lashes. But let's go ahead and try to apply these. I hate my lashes, which is why I always put on falsies. I'm not going to put on falsies today for the simple fact that, you know, we're trying out this mascara, but we'll see how it looks. All right, so this is one coat. If you hear that beeping, just surpass it. My parents are cooking. Anyway, so that's what one coat looks like. I am going to go through and do a second and see if we can build that up, and hopefully it won't look chunky. That is with 2 coats. Now, I don't have very long lashes at all, so I hope that you guys can see that. I don't think this mascara is that bad. I think it's pretty nice. I'm really liking it. I'm gonna go ahead and do the bottom line too. All right, so that's what the mascara looks like on the bottom lashes. I think they look really pretty. I actually do like this mascara. I mean, do I think that if I put false lashes on, you know, my eyes would look a lot better? Yeah, just because I like having those big voluminous lashes. I naturally don't have big lashes at all, so the mascara can only do so much for me, but I do think it looks really pretty. If I didn't have liner on, you probably could see it a little bit better, but that is what it is looking like. The last and final product I have to try out is this lip color stick. This is by the brand, this is by Reina Cosmetics, I believe. Reina Rebelde. I've never heard of this brand before, but I saw it on an end cap at Walmart and was like, okay, it's a drugstore brand. Nothing I've ever tried before, so let's pick that up. And the packaging is really cute. This is the shade La Jeffa, which means mauve, I guess. No idea. But this, when I bought this retailed for $15.98. And I was like, that is pricey for a drugstore lip product and for Walmart to carry. But that is the shade I picked up right there. Really, really pretty. So we are gonna go ahead and test this out. All right, so this is the shade. It's definitely more on the purple side than what I expected it to be. I was hoping it'd be more of a mauve tone, but it did come off kind of purple. It feels really nice and moisturizing, and I feel like it blended on really well. It was easy to work with. I definitely want to explore this brand a little bit more at Walmart and maybe check out more of their products on their end caps. I know they had some like eyeshadow quads and like a face palette trio, and they're all really small. They're not like big products, so I definitely want to explore that a little bit more. Do I think it goes along with the look? I think I would have liked something a little bit more mauve or nude pinky, but overall everything looks really cute. Just to do a run through of the products, I like the lips, I like the e.l.f. camo. I just wish that it was a better shade. Overall, it looks like it's starting to kind of blend together. It doesn't look as crazy as it did when I first applied it. I definitely want to try the other shade alone to see if that one ends up matching me better. The concealer's okay. It's not the greatest. It's not out of this world. I think it was more medium coverage than it was full. The brow pencil, just a standard brow pencil. I mean, use whatever you prefer. I think it's just a standard brow pencil. Didn't do anything crazy. I mean, I still don't have the greatest brows, but whatever. The bite-sized quads, beautiful. This eyeshadow look is stunning, but they are, you know, of course, drugstore brand. So is the formula fantastic? No, there are better palettes with better formulas, but you know, it is a nice affordable option, and it does work if you're balling on a budget. So if you are on a budget, don't be like, oh, I don't want to get that because I know it's drugstore and it's not going to work that great. It still works fantastic. Look at this eye look I created, and all I did was a simple cut crease and I turned it into a beautiful look. The mascara, I do like the mascara and I will continue to use it. Big Papa is staying in the collection and this packaging is adorable. And lastly, the Physicians Formula All-Star Palette. I love this so much. It is so beautiful. I love Physicians Formula's face products, and I think that these little sets are perfect if you don't want to spend your money on, you know, the individual items, because they can be $15 a piece. You get that whole thing for $15. All right, guys, so that was my full face of new drugstore products. I hope that you guys like it. Let me know down below what you guys think. If you do, also like this video, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new here. I'd love to have you guys a part of the fam. Keep in mind, 500 subscriber giveaway when I hit that point, so we definitely want to get up there. And anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see y'all in the new one. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.